Howdy, my friend, and welcome. It's so good to see you here today. We are back at the ranch with Clara, and she is just getting started on her day's chores, even though it is nearly 1 p.m. It took her all of the morning to go through and weed and harvest our grapes, and now we have some bugs over here we need to take care of. I also wanted to point out that socks. Wool is now selling for 45 simoleons. I'm not sure what we did to increase the value of the wool, but here we are. I also have a whoops, it just disappeared. There was a trait where she was feeling badly about having abysmal quality items that she created. I don't know what that's coming from. The only thing I can think is some of the nectar did not turn out great when she was, it's all excellent or normal quality. So I'm not sure what she's on about, but she is very unhappy about the quality of her work. Okay, let's see. I missed which one. Her social is low. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of increase our social here with Kentucky. And, brush, even though it's not really needed, but I like the, bonding with the animal. We're going to go ahead and harvest prairie grass because it is a wish of hers. And otherwise, she's doing pretty decent. She's quite playful. We need to be cleaner. Yeah, we are pretty dirty. Let's see. We're going to take a shower. And I wanted to point out, too, that at this point in time, all of these now are moderately aged. So we are doing pretty well there. It should be very soon that we can actually start selling some of this. That will make a huge difference in how we are doing. And I also wanted to hop into build mode here. We have no water, so the sink is not doing us any good. So I wanted to see if I could, I believe that's in the outdoor features. I'm always forgetting where this is at. Okay, we have the water collectors. I do have, let me sort this by the pack. I do have a mod in here that gives us these collecting barrels. Now, I will admit that they are less cost-wise, but I also feel like they much better fit the environment that we are going for here. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase a couple of these just to help with our water needs. I'm just going to toss them over here. And I think I can also, we need 715 for a turbine, which gives us a power production rating of 2, improves the environment. Otherwise, fairly similar. I think I want to aim for the turbine. Yeah, probably the ground one. Well, this does give us more power. If we can get the roof one at 895, that will be more beneficial to us. So that is our next goal, to try to build up our power a bit. I am going to have her sell some of this. Well, we got some noxious elderberry, which is only worth 1. I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I am also going to go ahead and probably, I don't know if I want to bother selling that, because we can use that to feed our animals. So we're just going to deal with her needs really quickly, just enough to, let's go ahead and repair that. Doesn't hurt for us to build up our skills. I have forgotten handiness. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, she's not super hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and have her... Well, okay, I have to wait to queue her up until she's done with this shower, apparently. We're going to have her get started on some nectar right away this morning. Her day off in the last episode didn't quite go as I had thought it would. So there's that. But, well, and now you need to go to the bathroom more than you did before. So let's go ahead and use that. And then a water-saving flush. Mop that up. And now hopefully... What do you mean you need cleaner feet to do that? Okay, I know plumbing doesn't work off the grid, but we have a water collecting barrel. Of course, we probably have no water right now, so there is that. I'm not sure where we're getting the water for the shower. You know, I did say I was going to make my life more difficult. We have definitely accomplished that. So apparently we need to take 2 showers in order for our feet to be clean enough to do the nectar. And by the time we've taken those 2 showers, she's probably going to be hungry. And yeah, we might get 1 barrel of nectar out of this, or barrel, 1 bottle of nectar. Hopefully. Okay. Craft some nectar. Here we go. We want to refill the animal feeder too, so we will do that just so that I hope the refill of prairie grass counts. And let's finally get to see how she's doing. She's about halfway through. I believe that's level 3. Yep. So this is, I believe, a 5-level skill, so yeah. We did get rid of one of our fears here. I can't remember what the fear was, but it is nice to get rid of that. But I am going to get rid of this one. I know I've discussed it over several episodes now, that I am going to remove that. I don't feel like it fits, and for that reason, I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to add ice here. I'm going to cook probably yet another fruit salad. Yum. I'm sure she's thoroughly sick of the sight of grapes by now. Well, her dedication to rancher life has paid off once again. We got 2 bottles, so I am going to go ahead and sell one, which is now worth 93. So we are seeing some improvement in our skills. It is still a normal, but, she is all kinds of not doing well right now. Let's let her have a chance to eat and maybe take a little nap before we make the next one. The nap didn't help much, but it is now the middle of the night, and she's crafting another batch of nectar, and I'm hoping for yet another bonus batch. That would be super helpful. The animals are both doing quite well. We have a random child running across our lawn. I think that's the son of Juniper, perhaps? Or daughter? Wren is actually one of those names I've heard used in both cases, so not really sure. Okay, we are good on the hay. We want to enthuse about the outdoors. Yeah, other than the child, there's no one really around. I wonder if we can... Wait, are you... What on earth are you doing? Are you... Seriously? Dude! Rude! Oh, and then you want to come over and just chat with us. Okay then. Well, we might as well be friendly with you. Give you a howdy introduction. Can we enthuse about the outdoors with you? I mean, that would be... Oh, it did pay off. We got a 2nd bottle. Okay, awesome. That is actually... Okay, I'm going to enthuse. Whoops. Apparently I can't enthuse. Oh, I thought he got on my horse for a second there. I'm like, excuse me? Alright, we need cleaner feet. Go figure. Okay, we still can only throw away. We're gonna go ahead and throw that away and take another quick shower. Hopefully we can squeeze out another bottle here. And I'm gonna, whoops, no, we're not gonna, as tempting as it is sometimes to drink some of it, we're gonna not do that right now because we have goals in mind here. All right, let's actually check our progress here. We've achieved level 3 out of the 5. We have made 6 of 50 excellent bottles, and we've made 2,866 simoleons so far selling nectar. So that's pretty awesome. She's feeling pretty good about herself, to be honest. So let's go ahead and craft some more nectar, and hopefully we have enough by... Hopefully we'll have enough after this next batch to get some electricity. Okay, that was kind of strange. We just now got another notification that it paid off and we got an extra bottle's worth, but we didn't get an extra bottle. I am going to go ahead and sell this one, and I'm going to sell this, and we still don't quite have enough. So I think, let's see, okay, she is clean enough for us to go ahead and make another batch, and hopefully we can get a second one out of it so that we have enough to get the rooftop one here. Let's see, how did we do? Just one bottle. We're getting closer. We are getting closer to our goal. I'm hoping before the end of this, I still would like to also build her another or a separate bedroom and an enclosed area or covered area for the nectar maker. So it's kind of trying to decide what options are going to best benefit us in the end. And while she's sleeping, I'm going to go ahead and evolve these plants that are ready, and we'll check back with her in the morning. She slept an entire night, and I am still evolving these plants. I will say it's definitely paying off that we have been, as often as possible, using the manure to fertilize, because a great majority of these grapevines are already excellent quality. And I think that is a big part of what is contributing to our grapes or our nectar becoming more valuable is, we are using better grapes. It is sometimes confusing to decide which ones are actually sparkling for the evolve option here. I thought I was going through one by one, but apparently I missed some as I was going. But I think... Oh, no. This one sparkled. That one sparkled. Wait. That one sparkled, didn't it? Maybe it was this one. It was that one. All right. We'll get them all eventually. See, they keep sparkling. Something's sparkling over here. I'm watching you. I saw sparkling. Wait, you sparkled. Did you sparkle? You sparkled. You sparkled too. Everybody just keeps sparkling. I think they're like evolving as I'm actually doing this. Okay, I think no more sparkling. I think we're good. All right. I thought I told you. Oh, I guess she's weeding after she harvests. I thought I told her to weed first. Whatever. Whatever makes her happy. She can go ahead and do that. We're going to fill up her needs. Probably check on the horses, or horse and sheep. I forgot what we had for a second there. And then we really need to get... Do I have... Oh, no, I don't have leftovers, because if I use the leftovers, that is going to use up some of the items we have stored. And I want electricity. And I'm going to come down here and take a peek. We have finely aged. Okay, we're going to collect all our finely aged. Okay, I'm so excited to see. I'm going to let her run through all of this, and we'll check back. Claire is practically glowing with excitement. She was singing while she was cooking. So I think I'm not the only one who's excited to check out our finely aged nectar. She's heading down to the cellar to collect it. And I hope there's at least 2 bottles. Now, we have not yet met the gentleman that we need to okay, well, we do have 2 bottles. We haven't met him yet, the one that we can sell it to get more. So I'm going to go ahead and sell it directly this way. They're worth 330 each. These are our original poor quality ones. So not the greatest, but definitely enough that we can now go ahead and buy that rooftop option that I had discussed. And we're gonna scroll on down here. Okay, this is the ground one, which has a power production rating of 2. And did I scroll right past it? There it is. Power production rating of 3. We're gonna go ahead and toss that right up somewhere there. All right, it takes a huge chunk of our money, but I am hopeful here. Let's see if we can do this. At least enough to extend this out. Okay, we're getting there. All right, we got it. Now I'm going to take one out for now. If I have enough, I will put an actual door, but for now we're just going to slip that in there. Extend the roof just a little. If I have enough, I will also want to bring that, around the corner and extend it out that way. Okay, we're going to move the trash over here and extend this over and extend that. Okay, now can I put this here? Yes, we can. And do we have enough to toss in a little window? Let's see. How is this going to look? Well, let's first sort by the pack, because I want to use the ones that are from this pack. Okay, it would have to be kind of right there. Let's see. I don't think I like that. Let's do this one maybe. Kind of right. Yeah, I'm not feeling the window situation here. And I feel like that looks too barn-like. Maybe this one? Yeah, that feels too small. I think because it feels like it doesn't, I guess it does match. Maybe I should do the, whoops. Maybe I should do the white. Is that the same green? Yeah, it is the same green. Maybe I'll just do this one. That one feels at least a little more like it fits the situation here. Okay. I think I kind of want to tuck this back here and perhaps extend just a little. It's not like we need a porch, but I feel like a nice big front porch is just kind of par for the course with, your typical, I don't have enough. Wait. There we go. Okay. And there we go. All right. Wait, we need to fix the floor, because that will make me batty. Wait, I think it already is under there. That's the mat that I'm seeing. All right, we're good. We are good. I can live with that. All right. There we go. We're getting a little bit bigger of a house. I think it's looking pretty cute. All right. Now we can move this in here. And actually, whoops. I think I might want to move this wall over here. And do I have enough to finish the walls? Yes, I do. Do I have enough to finish the floors? Just barely. All right. Can I afford a chair? I'm really pushing my luck here, but I would really, well, yeah, not officially. I can afford the, like an actual one, but I have custom content versions of them too, so I think those would be okay. So we'll go ahead and tuck that here. And actually, I think I'm going to move this table out here by that, so that we've created like a little, she won't be able to use the radio in her bedroom anyway, because that would keep her awake. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. All right, so what do we think of our little cottage? I think also within the next day or two, we should have even more finances. So hopefully we can increase our energy production. And all right, she's feeling really good, but also really broke. So let's go ahead and make some more nectar. And because I was finally able to sell some, let's remember my rule that I said that I can no longer sell it directly from inventory. I now have to wait for it to be aged to sell. So let's hope I don't regret that decision. I do kind of prefer this angle for watching her out here on the porch, and she will be able to actually work on it when it's raining now without getting all upset about it. So that is awesome. Okay, we're just taking a little time to work with the animals once again. I do want to soon start expanding on our animals a bit. I want to get the electricity in a little bit more of a good situation, maybe another turbine, possibly another water barrel also, so that we have just a little bit. Okay, we are actually generating a surplus. So yeah, our radio finally works and things like that. I have it set now to store any additional energy and water that we are not using. So hopefully, if we keep things kind of at a minimum, we'll get to the point that we are able to be off the grid, but producing enough electricity that it just doesn't affect us. Anyway, she wants to make 100 simoleons selling nectar. I have a feeling we'll have to wait until tomorrow before we potentially have more nectar, but we will see. I am hoping, yeah, I've got her queued up to do another batch of nectar, but I wanted her to just pay attention to the animals. Like, as I was saying, I would like to add chickens. I would like to add another horse, because it would be really nice for us to have a foal at some point, and just make it more and more feel like a ranch. I know the main focus is the nectar, and that's definitely where we're gonna put most of our energy, but I like the idea of it feeling very rustic and ranchy, and having all of the animals, especially since lovely, just lovely. Anyway, especially since she is an animal enthusiast, despite the fact that I have removed that trait, she's still hanging on to the, a lot of the woodlets and such from it. So, okay, now we used up our power. It must be the fridge that is using the most of the power. I think there should be an option to stop it from using that power. But I think we have to be on the power when that's happening. So we will keep an eye out for that. And I actually learned that from watching... I knew the option was there, I should say. But I learned its purpose from watching James Turner playing in his Rags to Riches, Rags to Ranches. So, yeah. Okay, come on. We haven't gotten 2 bottles in a while. Give me 2. No. Okay. I can't complain. We're actually doing quite well. All right. Whoops. I put that in the wall. We're hiding that for later. Wait, what? Clara has learned about poor quality horse manure. Okay. I would have sworn before this that we had learned more than enough about poor quality manure, but we're going to go ahead and craft another bottle while we are feeling well enough and clean enough to do that. I really wish we had enough plumbing for that to work. This should be... I should check that. It's possible that the sink that I chose is not one that works off the grid. So we're going to take a look here. No, it doesn't work off the grid. That's why we're having an issue. All right, and it looks like none of the in-counter sinks work for that. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this and get the one that actually kind of matches. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work if that one's not a corner. Hang on. Let's see. See, I don't... If this isn't set as a corner, I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, I'm going to have to delete this. This is not ideal. I think I'm going to be losing money on this deal, but we will switch over to the counters and get a corner counter there. So hopefully we can continue to use that. Okay, I sold it for 120 and I bought the new one for 120, so that worked out okay. I'm going to take this food back out and set it up here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I do wish that the countertop matched. I guess that actually... No. Yeah. Well, that is unfortunate. Yeah, it's an unfortunate decision. Okay, I think we're good there for now. I was tempted to buy a window for a moment, but I will try to contain myself. And we're going to let her finish that up. And let's see. Okay, now I can quickly wash hands. We'll find out if that's enough for her hygiene in a moment. Okay, we're going to quickly wash our hands. Or not. Quickly wash our hands. And see if that is enough, because right now she needs cleaner feet to do that. I don't know how washing your hands will clean your feet, but yeah, that's not going to work. Do we have... I wish we had an option. Can we quickly wash again? There we go. So 2 quickly washes. I'm assuming if we weren't off the grid that we would actually be doing better there. We'd only have to wash once. But at this point, because I was able to have her make 2 more batches, we have filled up our racks. So I am really hoping, because that will be now 13 and 13, I'm really hoping that in the morning we are able to sell more so that we can, first of all, buy another rack and also open up some space in the existing racks so that we can continue keeping a constant evolving cycle of aging nectar and, be able to sell some potentially every day. We will see. And that time we actually did get a second bottle, neither of which we can store right now because we have no room. Okay, I was actually just realizing as I was going, because I wasn't exactly sure how much we had as far as grapes. I have discovered we have 362 grapes before we go through and harvest in this morning time. So we're actually doing quite well. That would mean at 30 grapes each, we could make over 100 bottles of nectar just from what we have stocked up. And the strawberries work in the spring. So we would have harvest for fall and eventually harvest for spring. I think that we will be more than okay with maintaining like a constant rotation and function of nectar making. So I think we're getting to a point that very soon we're going to really start to see things pick up and income roll in and start to see this ranch really become something. I'm almost afraid to cue this up, but we actually have enough power to finally make some real food and not eat a fruit salad made entirely of grapes. We'll see if that works for her. Yeah, it was too good to be true. We used up the power just as she was about to prepare it. So wonderful. Maybe we can go ahead and just grab a quick meal for now and hope that that doesn't doesn't go bad before. Wait, do we not have? Where's my quick meal options? Oh, wait. I think we don't have that when we have the other option. Dang it. Okay. Okay, we're trying to sneak it in while we have some power. We've got a surplus right now. Hopefully she can finish. This is always a bit of a game of trying to get it in the short time that we have power. She finished it. Yay, she gets to eat a real meal. Woohoo! Kind of wishing I'd made a batch with 4 now. But we did just use up the last of our resources. If you're curious why she still has light, it's because the lamp that I'm using in here, I do need to remember to paint the ceilings. Well, now I can't find it. Might have to go into build mode to show that off. There we go. This uses candles, so it's an off-the-grid option. So that is helping us at least have light. We might have to head into town. The TV season premiere might give us an excuse to head on in. Maybe she's been really wanting to catch that new episode. Or, maybe it's just an excuse to go visit the town and wait for that nectar to finish aging. Because apparently we must have had a day or two in between where it was not, or that I didn't put any in the rack or something like that. I'm not sure if we're going to have it set up where we're getting nectar every day or if it's going to be like an every other day. I keep meaning to look up how long it actually takes, but at the same time I kind of want to discover that in game too. So I'm not sure. But we can actually clean up too. And then we're going to head into town. Let's see. I don't know why I never thought about this. Can we ride Kentucky into town? Okay, I feel like this is a missed opportunity. We do have a go for a ride, but we can't really specify that we're going to go anywhere. So that kind of sucks, but we're just going to hop into the map and head into town. I would assume that the oak barrel potentially has. Maybe the rusty horseshoe. We haven't been there yet. Maybe we can see if they have a TV there. It's a stretch, but possibly. Okay, so it doesn't appear there is a TV. There is pretty much everything else here at this place, but no TV. But it is a great opportunity for us to have a better chance to get to know our neighbors, and maybe we'll do a little dancing while we're at it. Let's enthuse about her interests, and let's see. I really want to get in on that dancing. I feel like she's the type that would like dancing when she has the chance. Okay. Sure. It's a totally normal thing to sing about TV premieres. Maybe she's singing the theme song. That might be somewhat explainable. Yeah, we're gonna get in on a dance too, because why not? Still trying to keep an eye out for... We have paparazzi here. Who's famous? I am not immediately recognize anyone famous. I am seeing plenty of well-known townies, but none that I'm aware are famous. Owl Wheeler. That's kind of a fun name. Alright, let's see. I think you're the one that was in the trailer, if I remember correctly. See, I told you she'd like dancing. She seemed like the type who would. So we're going to say yes. And I'm still waiting for that mysterious gentleman who I can sell my nectar to, because it would be nice to make a little extra money on nectar. Okay, you're supposed to dance. Come on, you can get out there. Okay, we're going to meet Danny also. Actually, Danny looks quite a bit like us. Okay, let's see. Friendly, we need our howdy introduction after we dance. Okay, there we go. She's apparently just not going to do it for me. Where are you going? Did you need to sit down to talk to her? Whatever. I keep forgetting I'm going to give her a little bit of a makeover too. I will probably do that in between days here. Maybe next time we stop by, you will see some changes. I think she needs some dirtier clothes and that sort of thing. So, all right, are you gonna actually talk to her? Are we talking? Are we creating it? Okay, we are creating a little bit of a friendship. It's not much, and yep, now that I've seen her here, she's definitely the person who was in the trailer. That's cool. So we're slowly meeting various townies. Let's see. Who's out here? Hector. I know you guys are not. I believe I've heard that they're usually over... Wait, well, we have sell items. Of course, I have nothing to sell right now. I could try out selling these. It's not technically what I want to be doing. Oh, now she's dancing. Kinda. Clearly a skill she needs to work on. There we go. I should slow it down so we can actually watch her. He's just jamming over here. He's living his best life. It would help if these two would get out of the way. Well. There we go. Alright, let's go sell our nectar. Her fun is definitely all the way up, so we can take a moment here. I love dancing. Claire's in her element. Because she's doing something she prefers, it increased her fun games. Gains, not games. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, now I can't get her to stop. Oh, wait. Shoot. I canceled it. Didn't mean to cancel it. Let's try that again. I think she's going to do it like several times now. Absolutely no glitches in the game. Okay, so selling it this way is for just the same price as it would normally be. So I'm not going to bother with that. And think... Yeah, we don't want to do the cowboy dance. For some reason, I'm about to check on buying another sheep. It's a really stupid plan. I know it is. Don't we also have... let's do a community job too, just to make up for what I'm doing. I'm going to have her do show jumping because she clearly is super skilled in that. And yeah. Oh, gather round and cowpoke. Oh, wait. I only have 142, so not enough to buy one. Maybe after. Anyway, gather round and cowpoke. Yeehaw! That dance got the plasma flowing like a water hole in the rainy season. Alrighty then. Why did you run over here for a community job? Alright, once she completes the community job, we will buy another sheep and then head back home and end our day. I'm starting to think she got stuck at this community job because it has been full since midnight and we are now at 2:15 a.m. and still waiting for her to come back. There we go, finally. Okay, so Kentucky has acquired the jumping skill. Kentucky's new skill in jumping will begin to help her perform better when using horse jumps. As the skill increases, she will also perform better at certain community jobs and the show jumping, endurance racing, and ultimate horse championship competitions. Okay, and we earned 227 simoleons from that, and I'm going to end up using that money for us to rescue a horse. Now, we can't do that right now because of the time, and I know that it's probably a really stupid idea, and I shouldn't do it, but I'm prone to stupid ideas now and then, so, you know, I want a foal. So we're gonna adopt, hopefully, a male horse and be able to make those full dreams happen. We're just going to run back home, get through until morning, and see if we can sell our nectar yet. Well, we did, when we got home, manage to pick up some outstanding quality horse manure. I'm not exactly sure how we managed that. Manure that is highly recommended to use as fertilizer, made by cleaning up horse manure, achieved by consistently meeting the needs of the horse. Manure from horses that are well cared for is worth more and provides stronger benefits. So yeah, we will definitely test that out in the morning when she is ready to harvest and see if we do have more. See if we can really improve some of our grapes. We are going to go ahead and sell all 3 of these, which apparently are only worth 279 for all 3. Yikes. That batch must not have been the greatest. Yeah. I was really hoping for more, but I think, you know, all things considered, we're doing pretty well. The main reason I was hoping for more was the hopes of being able to get some more power out here because, yeah, things are kind of limited right now. And if I'm going to make silly decisions like getting another horse, you know, I need some power to kind of help me get through all of that. So, yeah. Until next time, though, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again real soon and have a Just a little footnote here is that I realized that I sold the wrong bottles. I had a single bottle of finely aged that was worth 330 simoleons, and then I had the 4 bottles that I was holding because I didn't have room for them in the storage racks. So for anyone who saw that and, was like yelling at the screen, I fixed it, kinda. We did sell some nectar that I didn't intend to, but it does mean that I have enough that I'm going to go ahead and put the extra turbine on top of the house, and if we can earn enough soon, then we will get the horse. See you later, guys.